Shut up and sit down.
Hello folks, Colin here, Festa 67's workshop, and welcome to part 9 of Build the Batmobile from the classic 1966 TV series, Batman. Yes. Now if you'd like to grab this by clicking this link, and take out a subscription for your very own 1/8 scale classic Batmobile. Look at it. Look at it. It's the Batmobile. So let's have a quick gander at the magazine and see what we got in there. It says here, Zelda the Great, Season 1, Episode 9. First aired 9th of February 1966. It says, be on the lookout for a woman in an orange dress, is the tip that Batman gives Commissioner Gordon after he and Robin study fibres left at the crime scene. Yes. Classic TV show this was. This was Stealing for the Doom Trap. Some more bits and pieces there. The Escape Artist, Zelda the Great. A little bit of blurb there. This was the Great Batman comics, Batman #1. I bet that's worth a fortune now. Dated 1940. The writer was Bill Finger, and pencils and inks was Bob Kane. Yes, folks. Classic comics. This is Monster Men. The same issue brought the return of Hugo Strange, who first appeared in Detective Comics #36, February 1940. The atypical mad scientist here introduced these Monster Men, another recurring concept in Bat mythology, folks. Yes. This was Batman 47. He was at his golden age peak in 1947. The new storytelling opportunities pointed the way to an even brighter future for the Dark Knight and his allies. Yes, folks. Comic books. Honestly, they brought these characters alive, didn't they? Comic books back in the day. I can remember reading Batman comics when I was a boy, and something about them, it was just going out and getting the latest issue. It was just perfect. Now, give these magazines a read, folks. It will take you back with a bit of nostalgia. In here today, phase 9. In this phase, you assemble the right cylinder head as well as fitting the first ignition wires from the distributor to the spark plugs. There you go, folks. And we're doing a bit of engine work today. There you go. So the instructions there telling you what you need, what screws you want, how it all goes together, what you're going to end up with by the end of this section. And there is it being attached to the engine, and there's feeding the ignition wires, folks. There you go. So yeah, it's telling you how to cut the cable there, what lengths you need, etc. So yes, folks, gives you concise instructions telling you which ones go where, how they all go together, and where you need to put them, folks. Okay, and that's what you're going to end up with at the end of this issue. Arthur Engine. Really nice bloke he is, Arthur Engine. So there you go, folks. That's the magazine done. So we'll grab our bits and bobs from our pack, and we'll get it opened and on the bench, and then we'll start a bit of buildy, folks. That is our pack 9 arrives. As you can see, you've got your spark plugs on the sprue, your bits and bobs there, and your cables. Okay, we'll get this open and we'll come back and start some assembly. Rightio, folks. So let's have a look at what we've got then. So there's the cylinder head, 9B, like so. And we want it with the longest section facing towards you, okay? And then orientate your cylinder head where you've got the holes looking towards you as well, okay? So you just rest that on the top. You're looking for 2 AP screws in the middle. So let's grab them. Which are those? They're going into plastic, okay? So we can just drop them straight in the middle there, like that. Get them in place, like that. same with this side. Just like so, okay? So that's what you want on there. Then it says use 2 more AM screws to fit the right exhaust manifold 9D onto the cylinder head 9A. The 2 tabs at the end of the exhaust manifold slot through the recesses in the cylinder head. Okay, so let's grab those like so. And it's saying that this manifold comes in that way round, like that, and pops in like that, and then just sits on there like so. I just want to double check the pictures so that when I bring it up the correct way it looks right, which it is. So we'll have that. And then we'll grab AM screws. One of those. One of those. Okay. So we're going into the metal. So we'll have a bit of oil on these two, just to help them on their way, folks. Like so. And then I'll just lean that across my knuckle and send that in to its appropriate screw hole, like that. There you go. And then we'll do the same the other end. Like that. Little drop of oil on the end there, and then we'll spin that around that way. Rest the screwdriver on my knuckle, and then come round and send that home, and that's what you've got, just like that. Okay, turn the page. We're then push fitting the right radiator feeding pipe onto the pinhole on the side of the cylinder head 9A. Okay, it goes just in there. Okay, I'll just pop that in there, that way round, cut like that. Okay, and that's what you want. Nice and home now. So that's the feed pipe in. So I'll just pop that back on my tweezers, put them away nice and safe. Right, we are now calling for prepare the cylinder head for later assembly by driving 2 CM screws into the hole shown, then removing them. This prepares the screw thread for when the part is attached to the engine block. So grab your CM screw. And it's basically asking you to cut the thread, bit what I've done before, if you remember rightly. So we're going to go into these 2 big tabs here, okay? So I'm going to put a bit of oil on to help cut the thread, like that. And then it's just saying send them through, let them do their thing, but the oil will help this cut the thread a lot easier. See, that's going through really nice and easy, like that. And then just back it out. And I shall do it with just the same one. There's enough oil on there to do the second one. So we'll do the same process, like that. And that's just cutting them threads nicely. And then we can back off, just like that. Okay? That's all you want to do. I'll leave that on the screwdriver because we're asking for 9E, which is all the spark plugs there. We've got 4 of them going in. Okay, so let's lock them off the sprues with me nippers. So let's grab those and we can cut those off. There's one. Number 2. Number 3. And number 4. You're going to have a spare. Nothing wrong with having a spare, folks. There you go. Pop that to one side, nice and safe. And then grab these and place these in these holes, folks, okay? So we want them to go in. Simple press fit. And then just have them at a slight angle, okay? About 7 o'clock is what you want them, okay? There you go. And do that with all of them. Just orientate them the correct way round. There you go. I'll probably give mine a dab of super glue, to be honest with you, just to keep them in place. because I can almost see that they might move a little bit. We might be lucky, might be able to do with a bit of extra thin Tamiya glue. There you go. Oh no, they are a resistance fit. Just press them in a bit further and they should then bite. There's a taper on there, so I can give them a little bit of stick like that. Okay, so you got them at a nice jaunty angle like that. There or thereabouts. And then it's telling you then to screw this to the engine block. We're using CM screws. So grab your engine block from a previous issue, folks. Like I say, I'll keep mine in my polythene bag like that. So let's grab that. And what you're doing then is you're placing this on the engine block, okay? Pretty much like so, okay? And then your CM screws are going to come through and screw into that, okay? Which are right the way down in there, see them? So that's where you're going. That's why we had to cut the thread. So I've still got the screw on the screwdriver, so we can send that straight in there. And then we can tighten them both right down then. Like that. There you go. Going in now. Let's try and grip that so that you can see what I'm doing. Cool. That's better. And a bit of super glue in there as well, I think. Right, there you go. So that's what we're up to. So that's what we need there. So you've got 2 CM screws in there. And then it's telling us that we want to cut a big old HT lead now. So we'll get that started. Tighten that up first. Stop that wobbling around like that. Right, we want a 70mm piece of tubage. So let's grab that and get that all cut. So 09F it says is 70mm. So let's use that and cut it using those. There you go. And then it's telling us that it comes underneath from this spark plug all the way up to here, okay? And it's the one at 5 o'clock. That's what we want, okay? I'll put a little dab of, I might not need it actually. Let's have a look. Let's see whether we can get this to stay on these plugs without needing any glue. So it looks like it's a nice press fit, which it is. Like that. There you go. And then we want to bring that up to 5 o'clock, which is just around there, like so. Let's do this so you can see what I'm doing. And we want to come round there. If I remember rightly. That's that one actually, Cole. 5 o'clock, not 6. There you go. Okay? So that's what you want, folks. So that's the first plug lead on. Okay. Then we want, repeat this with the 3 main ignition wires, 9E. The second shortest piece goes to the next shortest with the longest on the spark plug at the opposite end of the longest. Okay, so basically you're missing an alternate one as you're going round, folks. Okay, that's what you're doing there. Okay, and then you'll come around, you'll have a couple there, you'll miss one, like so. Okay, So that's what we want. So let's cut them all now. We've done 70, so let's do 80, 90 and 100. Okay, so there's number 80. And we want number 90 down there, like so. And then by powers of deduction, that will leave us 100, which is there. Okay, we'll put the longest one at the back, like that. A little spare bit of cable. Right. Let's work our way around these cables now. Okay. So we want 80, which is this one, going on the next plug. So let's feed him up through there. Like so. Give him a jiggle and he'll go on. Like so. All the way on to the end of that plug lead. Like that. If you need your tweezers, grab your tweezers like so. Just give it a little press with your tweezers. If you have some, okay? I'll keep them there because that came in really useful. And then you then want to look at where you're going. So we've got 80 mil, which is this one. And he comes round this way. So let's spin that round and bring the 80 mil one right over. And he goes there. Okay. So we got a gap. We got 1, 2. We got a gap. And then we got the 80 mil going on there. Just about there. Okay. Like so. We then want to bring the 90 mil in and feed him round. So let's grab him. Use the tweezers for this one because it's right by that bracket there. So I'm going to come round and do it that way. And just feed him on. Easy doors, and then give the tube a squeeze then, just to fatten it back round, like that, okay? Then that will come along by that engine mount, come up and around the way, and then number 90 comes here, okay? So let's grab him. You're leaving one empty, and then we're going on this plug, there, like that. Give that a squeeze, just to take the kink back out of the pipe, like so. Okay, so that's that one done. And now just let him lay down on there, and then that will leave the 100 mil to come right the way along, folks, okay? Just like so. Work our way along that engine mount, bring it around the loop, like so, and then the 100 mil going to go here, okay? So that's what you want. And that is your leads on, just like so. How cool is that? Look at that. Exactly. Hey, oh, brum brum noises. It's have a slight misfire at the moment, but yeah, there you go. So that is what you're going to end up with at the end of this issue, folks. Half a set of plug leads on there looking rather splendid. So that's what you're going to end up with, okay? So if you'd like to grab one of these yourself and build along with me, this beautiful 1/8 scale Batmobile, click this link all the way along here and take out a subscription to this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Batmobile. You won't be disappointed. Also, if you'd like to help me out, click this little tab in the corner there, the little festa. Click that, subscribe to my channel, and also ring the bell and you'll get notified of any future content that comes up. It really does help me massively grow the channel, folks. So a big thank you for doing that. I look forward to seeing you in the next issue. Don't forget, stay safe and well. Bye-bye for now. Thanks.